Hi, I'm Robert Mounce, and I'm here to pump you up. Well, sort of. That's the phrase that Arnold Schwarzenegger used in the late 80s when he was appointed head chairman of the Presidential's Fitness Council for Youth Sports and Activity. Despite those efforts and George Bush's efforts and many others, childhood obesity is becoming a huge problem for today's youth. Do you want your child to suffer through being overweight and dealing with obesity? One of the biggest factors linking childhood obesity is the lack of physical activity. Enrolling and encourage your child to participate in youth sports and basically any physical activity is a huge step and very important for you to take that step and enroll your child to help overcome this problem in the United States. In this speech, I'm going to talk about the problem with physical activity, the problems with childhood obesity, and the long-lasting effects of obesity throughout life. Basically, the benefits of youth sports, physical activity in kids, why is it important for you to enroll them, and the solutions, some of the local YMCA, City Rec, I'm going to talk about them and how they're there for you to enroll your child. Many of you are probably aware of obesity in America, but did you know our children and their health is at risk? Overweight adolescents have a 70% chance of becoming overweight or obese adults. Think about that. 70%. If your child is obese as a child and it's growing through middle school, more than likely 70% they're going to be obese as an adult. And my personal belief, I'm expecting a child, our first child, and I'm just really happy to bring that child into this world and to set him up for success. I want him to go over me. I want him to do everything better than me. And so to see that stat, that 70% chance of becoming overweight and obese later in life, that's pretty sad. Do not let your child develop these behaviors. That's why it's important as a child to start early. The solution, before the age of 2, one can start teaching a child how to run, throw, little kid stuff. Just basic stuff. Kick a ball, ride a bike. These all can start before the age of 2. When their skills are ready and at an older age, enrollment in youth sports can start. Excuse me. There are many different activities and sports a child can enroll. One of the best ones is, and popular, is soccer. Soccer is a great sport for intro. It's a lot of physical, it's a lot of running, and kids generally know what to do. There is a lot of, not to say soccer isn't a strategic sport, because as you advance it really becomes that. But at the youth level, first grade, you just throw the kids out there and they're just running around. If you've ever seen a soccer game, go down to the Y and just go watch one, and you will just laugh. You will have a ball looking at these kids, just how much fun they're having. Basically, anything promoting being active, schools, churches, our PE in schools, they're really trying to get that, think of new and fun little ways to get your kid active. The main problem is this right here, Call of Duty, Black Ops. Yeah, I got a copy. I'm an adult. My wife would probably agree with you. I'm a big kid, but I also got a gym membership too. And you also understand, the playtime. A child isn't going to know. You start a child off with this early in life. You got to really help it out and try to be active and the time for games, there's a time for it, but it really needs to be regulated. Some of the problems with obesity. It lowers your life expectancy. Higher risk for heart disease, diabetes, asthma, arthritis. The list of problems just goes on and on. Also, being overweight can hurt the child's self-esteem. Going through school being overweight, that's really not, that's just the truth of what we live in today. It's not going to be fun for that child. And it's been proven that poor academic performance has been linked to lower confidence levels in our youth. Fewer friends, and then later it develops depression when you get older. And so that's why it's important to enroll your kid at a young age. All these problems will increase as they progress and get older, from kids to adult life. What we control, diet and exercise, it's just, those are the two main things, and those are what we control. I mean, a 6-year-old's not going to go down to Burger King and eat a Whopper. A 6-year-old's going to want to eat a Whopper, but mom and dad are going to have to drive them down there. And hopefully those are few and far between. What can we do? I just got this article in the Journal Star. It's what they're doing in Kearney. As evidence, just, childhood obesity is a problem. They've realized that, and they're trying to basically attack that and try to increase the participation in physical activity. I could just read you a little bit here. The school district combats obesity. Changes implemented in Kearney public schools have yielded a 13% decrease in student obesity in recent years. This is basically due because they got a 3-year grant from the U.S. Department of Education to buy equipment, playground equipment, PE equipment, balls, all that stuff. They basically implemented these programs, and they trained their teachers and staff, and they got an increase, a 13% decrease of 13%, and they got these kids more active. That's great. That's just to show you that, the schools are realizing this is a problem, and they're trying to help your child out. Now, 2 of the main reasons you hear with parents who are in youth sports are, my kid doesn't want to play sports. Well, while it may be true your kid doesn't want to play sports, you as a parent should never just give up. Your kid, how many times does your kid say it doesn't want to eat this, or it doesn't want to do that, or it doesn't want to share? That's your job to let that child know that, hey, it's not just okay just not to do this stuff. It's not okay just to go sit in your room and play these. Hopefully you can come across something that sparks an interest with them. That's why the YMCA and the City Rec, they're just great organizations. They basically split it up, recreation, spirit. They have 2 different leagues. Spirit is for the more advanced, and recreation is just for fun. That's what brings me to the other argument that you hear a lot from parents. Sports are too competitive for my child. Well, if you come across a coach, which there are, I coach. I've coached my brother's teams. I've volunteered. I just love being around kids, and that's just one of the passions that I like. There are coaches that take it too serious, but you as a parent, you need to do your homework and say, hey, that's not the team my kid's going to be on, and let the YMCA know about it, because they will back you up 100%. They will do their work and investigation to make sure that they got some quality coaches that are promoting fun, especially at the recreation level. The spirit level, it's more competitive. They do stress, winning at the spirit level. But you also got to be aware if your child skills are advanced, it's probably a better thing, just like when you're in school. If your child is just acing everything, it's getting bored. You gotta get it in differentiated classes. Some of the statistics that just blow you away here. It is estimated that 25% or 1/4 of children's waking hours are watching television. That's from the ASPE government statistics right there. I mean, that's just 1/4 of your kids' waking time is playing video games. I mean, we gotta do something about that, guys. The number of kids who are overweight has tripled since 1980. Tripled. It's just unbelievable. It's just a huge problem, and you really gotta enroll your kid into youth sports. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. In conclusion, an active child can greatly reduce the risk of childhood obesity. I mean, just being active. Anything. I mean, you can go to churches, taking a kid fishing and camping. I mean, when you, as a kid, I just remember my dad taking me fishing and camping. It was just some of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my life, and those numbers are going down too. And you know, you see some of these RVs that come camping now, and they set out their satellite dishes, and you know, they go in this RV. That's not camping, folks. Get out there, get a tent, get some fishing done, get some, you know, boating, do, you know, just walk, go to the park. I mean, just anything physical activity to get away from those video games. I mean, it's really becoming a problem. Like I said, the YMCA, the City Rec, they are there for you. You know, you just don't want your kid to have to struggle going through life, being overweight, and I mean, dealing with lower life expectancy. I mean, do you guys want your child to succeed? You want, like me, I mean, I want them to go above me and just be greater than I ever was. And letting your kid develop these habits and not be active is just really not going to do them any good. So, in theory, you know, like I just wanted to show, you know, these are trophies, you know, just a couple trophies that I got when I was a kid. You know, I think this is a Joe Ballard, you know, this was a volunteer coordinator deal, and it's a really good program when I was a youth. And some of these ribbons that I got on there, I mean, they're just for participation. I mean, your kids will just glow when they have some self-accomplishment and become part of a team. And the social benefits are just amazing in youth sports. They got to work together, they got to share, you know, they got to interact. It's been proven that all of these will set your kid up for success later in life. So please enroll your kid in the youth sports, and thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good day.